I have turned off the Wi-Fi on this Spirit Talker phone, and I turned on the airplane mode, so there's will be no interference with texts or phone calls or notifications or any of that other stuff that interferes with the Spirit Talker box. Again, I'm Gary, and this is my house. It's was built in 1880, and it's an old house. Um, it's been a rooming house at one time and a single family house at one time. And we're currently got it set up as a 4 family. And right now I'm in my bedroom, which is the most accurate part, activity part of the whole entire house.
Begin.
About a year and a half ago, my mother-in-law passed away in our house, and I have security cameras down in the dining room and living room, uh, down in the basement, the back steps by our mailboxes and by our back door. Um, and my mom-in-law, or whoever spirits were in my house, kept eating the battery power and the lithium batteries for my camera system. So I've constantly had to replace the batteries. Instead of every 2 years, it got chiseled down to every couple of weeks to a month that I would have to change the batteries out on the cameras that are in the dining room and living room area. So once again, I posted a video a little while ago to my new channel. It's called Minutemen Paranormal.
Camp.
Yep, I used to go to camp. So yeah, it's a new channel. Um, I hope that I do a good job in making videos, and my goal is to communicate with spirits, mainly here at my house, but I will be venturing out to other locations as time goes by. I have a fondness for cemeteries, especially the older cemeteries around my area. We've got some cemeteries that date back into the 1500s, 1600s, and the 1700s. And but I know there's plenty of paranormal activity here at this house. My daughter, she's 16, and she says there's a little girl spirit that literally just scares the shit out of her. Um, but she doesn't harm anybody. She just appears to certain people, like my daughter and my niece. She can see and have spiritual feelings. Her name's Lisa, and she said she's seen the little girl and the little kids that are here also. My granddaughter, she's 5, and she was trying to sit up in our dining room chair. Trying to sit up in our dining room chair, and she heard a giggle, and they pushed, whoever it was, pushed her out of the chair. She said she heard little kids giggle before she fell out of the chair. So there are mischievous little spirit ghosts that like to play games and laugh and giggle at this house.
Find my body.
In my bedroom, personally, in my bedroom, my wife won't sleep in here because it freaks her out too much, but I don't have an issue with that. And there's a shadow figure that I think it's um, a bad spirit that lives here. I've been woken up a few times with it pinned down, and I actually see a shadow figure on top of me, um, holding me down. Um, but I would say my prayers, and I say them out loud when I say them. That way, it goes away as quick as I say my prayers. It vanishes. Sometimes I'll be in between awake and asleep.
Carriage.
And I would have a hard time waking myself up. I'd be forcing myself to wake up. Sometimes they're nightmares. I slept in other bedrooms in this house, and it seems like it might be attachment on me. For how long, I don't know how long I would have. I've lived in plenty of haunted houses throughout my childhood and adulthood. I've been in the service where the ship was haunted with certain spirits, and ghosts were on my ship, like ghosts that would tell you to put your safety goggles on or earplugs or whatever on, and there's no civilians on board the ship, so it'd be, one guy told me to put my goggles on. They didn't want to lose an eye, and it was a shipyard worker that, my ship was being built, it had a fire, and a lot of shipyard workers got killed. And this particular guy had red hair and a red beard and overalls on, and haunts a specific pump room on my ship. And he told me to put my safety goggles on, and I was the only one down into space, so I thought I was crazy or something. And I started talking to the other shipmates, and they're saying, yeah, there is a ghost that's down there.
Stabbed.
A shipyard worker that was worked on my ship. So growing up in different houses, I've seen shadow figures, and I've seen ghosts, and I've seen things move. Like recently, I would say about last month, beginning of, I think it was right around April, middle of April, and the beginning of May, I had my iPhone on the bed, and I was talking to the spirits, and I went downstairs to get a bottle of water, and I came back upstairs, and my cell phone wasn't on my desk where I left it. And I was the only one at the house, and I couldn't find it. I was looking and searching everywhere, and I was trying to use my iWatch to link up with my phone to pinpoint location, and I went and link up with it, which I thought was odd, since my phone was on and my watch was on and linked together. It should have worked, but it didn't. So basically, the spirits took my phone off my desk and put it inside of a folded blanket that was on my bed. And I checked that blanket when I was looking around for my phone, and I didn't see it because I had unfolded it and refolded it back up and put it on my bed, and was looking at it everywhere. And I was to the point where I was, gonna go to my neighbors and use their phone to call my wife and have her pinpoint my phone. So I got back into the bedroom, and I sat down at the desk, and I started messing around with my watch, and it pinpointed. I told it to look for my phone, and my phone started pinging, which it didn't do that the first time, which was weird. And I found my phone inside of that folded blanket that I unfolded and refolded and put it on my bed. and that's where the phone was, and it really freaked me out because that's never happened before, as far as something just coming up missing and then reappearing. So the spirits here know I'm trying to communicate with them. um, Both my mom and dad have passed away, and my younger brother Robert, he's passed away in 2016. So it's weird that, sometimes, like after my brother, when he passed away, my old computer, my old laptop, he would always constantly open up the CD-ROM drive,
Striga.
and I'd just be sitting there on the computer doing some work, and all of a sudden my CD-ROM drive would just open right up, and I'd shut it, and there's like, it took me a while to realize it was probably my brother that was trying to communicate with me to let me know that everything was all right, because it impacted me pretty good when he passed away. He was younger than I was. He died of cancer, and he died a few minutes before we got back to the hospital. So it impacted me. I told him before, and we always had conversations. If we ever pass away, make sure we communicate to let each other know that you're on the other side. So I just think it was his way of letting me know that, Gary, I am here. I'm on the other side, and I'm gonna get your attention. And this went on for months after my 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 drive don't open up anymore. I guess he had moved on, but after he passed away, a good 2 or 3 months afterwards, he definitely was trying to get my attention.
Skeletons.
So when you have a loved one or a best friend, somebody passes away, pay attention around your surroundings, because the stuff comes up moving around or missing or turning on or off or whatever, opening and closing. It might just be one of your family members or a friend trying to get your attention. So I went off on a little tangent right there. I apologize for that, but that's kind of when I give you a background. I made this channel just today, and I've been interested in paranormal for ever since I was a kid. And
Name.
my name is Gary. What is your name? Can you tell me your name? Are you male, female? Are you a child? And so the town that I live in.
Arthur.
Hi, Arthur. Nice to meet you. My town that I live in was established in 1764. And it's got a lot of old houses, a lot of old churches, and it's an old town in Massachusetts. Like all of our towns in the 13 states are pretty old compared to the other part of the United States. And I'm not too far away from Salem. I'm about an hour's northwest drive from Salem. But our whole state has...
Seth.
Hi, Seth. Our whole state has a lot of historical sites and churches and cemeteries that have lots of paranormal activity. Excuse me. And I first noticed something at our house after we moved in about 5 years ago.
I'm a protector.
About 5 years ago, we moved in, and nothing really happened the first, I would say, 6 months to a year. Nothing really happened here at the house. And then one night I just, got woken up by something holding me down. It really freaked me out. Excuse me. And started asking one of the neighbors, and she said that
Thomas.
That she said that she's been held down too as well. and that's what she used to live in our apartment, and she moved across the way, and she's even said that she's been held down over there by an unseen force. About, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, one of her cats got locked up in one of her rooms that she never locks. The door's always open. And she called me and asked me if I go over and try to get that door open. And we couldn't figure out why the door is shut. And not only that, it's shut and was locked with the cat being inside. We heard the cat meowing in there, and she was hiding. When I finally got the door open, she looked really scared, like really she couldn't wait to get out of that bedroom. And she bolted as soon as that door opened up. She hightailed it and ran as fast as she could out of that bedroom. And the landlord couldn't figure out why that door had shut in the first place, since it's got thick carpet and a rug right there, so it would take some force to literally shut that door, and on top of it to lock it. So we know we got spirits in this house. She doesn't know all the complete details of the house, so a lot of things we've only found by trying to do historical searching on certain things, but haven't really come up with too many things.
Taste.
So, but there are spirits that lived here. I've been in contact with 3 children's spirits, 2 boys and a little girl, and the little girl keeps referring back to the basement. So I'm assuming, I'm not sure, and I haven't found any documentation on it, but maybe something happened down at the basement at one time where that was either part of the house from long ago, and maybe people lived down there, or maybe someone died down there. They referred to me the stairs, falling down the stairs, so somebody could have fell down the stairs and died, or got hurt and then died. So I really don't have that much information. I've been searching for the information on this house. It's right across the street from a church, an old chapel.
Bestia.
An old chapel that's been here for a very long time, and probably longer than the house has. But so I just started investigating the house. I have a spirit box. I use that. I got the electronic field, magnetic field detector with the lights on it. I have one of those. I have some an infrared night vision camera. So I've been trying to do some little investigations, and my kid said, why don't you just make a YouTube channel and document everything, and then maybe, we can see what's going on. So as I've been talking, Camp described his voice, Find My Body, Carriage, Stabbed, Planet, Stygia, Skeleton's Name, Arthur, Seth, I'm a Protector, Thomas,
Nunchier.
Taste, and Besta, and Nunchier. I've never heard any of these words before. I've done this test lots of times with this app, and a lot of these names I've heard Seth, and I heard Arthur before. Carriage I haven't heard yet. His voice I haven't heard yet. Planet, Thomas, Taste, Bestia, and Nagier. Sounds French. I'm not sure. But those are the words that have popped up so far. But yeah, it's coming up on 20 minutes now. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me gabble along and talk about my house and experiences. But I'll be posting up some more videos of these types, so we can communicate and see what's going on. If you know what any of these words mean, post them down in the comments below with the word, and let me know how you guys think. If you like this kind of stuff, I'm just starting out on it, so I like watching Dark Arts TV. Carl always puts out excellent content.
Oluladus.
I like watching Proving Demons with Andrew. He puts out a lot of good content. Exploring with Fighters, Dan. He puts out some really good exploring and ghost hunting content. So, anyway, thank you for stopping by and spending 20 minutes of your time watching my little video. If you like this video, press the thumbs up, and leave a comment if you feel the need to leave a comment. And y'all have a nice day, and thank you for tuning in.